that pops up ego-wise, the first step is owning it and saying, okay, this is my stuff that I need to, contemplate and release and work through and bring awareness about, as opposed to projecting, my own kind of maybe inner turmoil that is happening in the moment and projecting that on her, like,
now you're the blame.
Right, like, oh, it's her fault, or you're the reason that I got triggered, or anything like that. But just owning it first and foremost is one of the biggest keys, and you using that to go into self and really go into self-love. And so that's why, when something comes up, I go into meditation and just really go within, and it goes back to, again, the self-love and just taking full ownership and responsibility for what's happening inside myself, instead of blaming or anything like that. And so we've never yelled at each other, never argued or anything like that, and it's just a blessing that we both come from this standpoint of self-love and just work through anything that might arise. And so it's
with love,
right?
With love.
Yeah, like you can't resist it and you can't blame. That's why I'm saying the whole shift, the spiritual alchemy that's being presented to humanity, is that we shift away from any us against them. It can't happen anymore. We have to get to this place where we love ourselves. We have to do the inner child work. We allow inner child to be heard and loved, and then it becomes easy to see the external mirroring of anything, and we welcome it as an opportunity to purge more, to welcome more. So whether it's something that inspires us, maybe we feel competitive or jealous, change and shift the perspective to inspiration instead of jealousy. If something causes you to feel less than, shift that into they're mirroring your own abundance. They're mirroring back to you that abundance is here. So it's really like an inner shift where we love self so much. And I feel like this is going to be the message of every teacher that's really in alignment on the planet, is going to be about self-love and how we're all really one. And it's not, again, not just an intellectual thing. It's a way we live thing where we can't blame others anymore. We really see, oh, wow, what's that coming here for? Let me tune in. Woo, I love you. I forgive you. Let's clear that. And then exactly. And then it really does clear. And that is when, like, the magic and the fun happen, because really that's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun, and we're here to play. Like, all of our inner children, our inner child parts just want to play. And I feel like that inner child part has been so conditioned and suppressed that this is why there's so many angry, stressed out, addicted humans, because they have denied the inner child. They have completely ignored him or her. They've shunned him or her. They've tried to numb him or her with, like, drugs or, alcohol or whatever they're doing. And we've got to stop doing that. We've got to start tuning into that inner child and loving that child, because once your inner child, that shift happens and it's working with the mother or the father, like creation of mother is consciousness, and an unconscious would be the inner child. So whenever those two energies are working together consciously, you're going to co-create amazing miracles and amazing holographic realities. But when the inner child's not acknowledged, that wounded child part will sabotage you again and again, will try to protect you, and will do a lot of things that are destructive. We'll go pout and throw tantrums and all kinds of stuff. So when we tune in and honor that child, everything starts to find a greater harmony. And I feel like that's what Will and I are kind of mirroring back, is we've done this work, which has been work. It's been like a whole lifetime worth of work and lifetimes. Right. And so give yourselves credit for how far you've really come, instead of criticizing that you're not somewhere you need to be. It's really getting away from any resistance and coming into a place of love. Like, love is really the solution. The Beatles knew it. Love is all you need. They knew it. They were so smart.
Yes.
So, yes. Do you have any final thing you want to say, baby?
And just what she was saying about earlier in the show, I love you, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and the piece, please forgive me, and which also includes I forgive myself. That really, again, goes back to self-love. I forgive myself. So anytime you get tripped up in a relationship and, something pops up you need to work through, always remember to say, I forgive myself, and I release it. And I in addition to saying, oh, well, I apologize, please forgive me, but it goes both ways. And always going back to the self-love. So
this is something that actually, with the girl that I had the interaction with that lashed out, what was beautiful is once that happened and I did my inner shift where I loved her and I forgave that part of myself that was still kind of, the inner child part was still there. And I thanked her for helping me to clear that. And then I loved her, and meaning the her inside of me and the external me, which is this girl that is a part of me. When that was done, quickly, there was a shift where she came to me and just broke down crying and said she was so sorry. And Tanya, you did not deserve that. And I just held her and hugged her. And it was like holding my inner child part. It was like holding that part of myself that felt bad for lashing out. And how many times have we internally lashed out at self? So she was just an aspect. And she came and said she was so sorry and she was crying, and I was hugging her and I ran her a bath and helped her out just to help her find peace because she's, she's going through a lot. And there was only compassion available. There was no judgment. There was no, oh, you owe me, you need to do whatever to earn my love back. There was none of that. And I feel like when she was telling me how sorry she was and that, she apologized again and again, I said, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. When you go in that bathroom to take that bath, look in the mirror and look in your own eyes and connect deeply with your own inner child and tell her you love her and that you forgive her, because that's who you really need to forgive. And you don't need me to accept the apology, though I do. I said I accepted the apology, but forgive yourself. And she went and did it, and I'm seeing her making different choices and shifts. So, as much as she's mirroring something and she was a part in that movie to help me clear something, I'm also a part in her movie. It's an interconnected universe, and I'm mirroring to her health. I'm mirroring to her love. I'm mirroring to her only that. So there can be no more conflict or no more resistance. And any humans or souls that want to project that conflict and resistance, when you really get into this state, they will leave your movie. You don't need to fight anything. You just need to get aligned inside, and then everything around you will shift. Things that are not in alignment can't be there if you're truly in alignment. So if you've lost your alignment slightly, that's when things start coming in. So if some of you are going through financial problems, or some of you are going through relationship problems, you're having health problems, come back inside, connect with the inner child, do your inner work, and start sending love and blessings to everyone that comes in your movie. Someone flips you the bird, I love you, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you're really heartfelt sending it. Someone cuts you off in traffic, I love you. I mean, how many of us have not had a moment where we accidentally cut someone off in traffic? It happens. But people can lose their minds over this stuff. And it can really get their whole day going in a misaligned way. And really, that's coming from their own response. It's coming from their own misalignment. So really, that's what it all comes back to, is that we come back to love. And so...
yeah, and remembering that if you ever find yourself in a state that is not in joy and fun and adventure and kind of the enthusiastic inner child spice of life, that maybe something needs a shift if you're not in that state of joy and harmony and peace and bliss. And that's kind of the indicator or the signpost that something can be shifted here inside,
not outside. Right. I think what a lot of us do is we go, I need this environment to be perfect. I need to have more of something. I need to have people treat me better. So it becomes like an external demand on something, but really it's always an internal shift. And the internal shift will absolutely assist with the external harmony. That's really how it works.
Absolutely.
Save your time. Go inside.
Yes.
So anyway, we are 5 minutes over, so I'll sign off. But any of you that are actually interested in doing the Twin Flame workshop, Will and I would love to connect with you. It's going to be a very intimate, fun, playful workshop. Like I said, in person, or you could do it remote through Skype. Excuse me. You can send info to me through tanyaangel@gmail.com. If you go to my website, I'm pretty sure my email's on there. Send me an email and let me know you're interested in that. And then you can send PayPal payments soon because we're trying to get a head count. That's coming up pretty fast. So let us know if you're able to attend. And I hope that today's show actually really inspired and helped you all, because I would encourage you to save this one and watch it again and again and again until it really clicks.
That's right.
Until you really embody what we're teaching, because we can only speak it in words, but each of you really has to invite the experience. And when you invite the experience, you'll know it and it will change your whole life. So we thank you so much for tuning in live, and thank you, baby, for joining us.
Thank you.
That was fun. This is our first show together.
Yeah.
And
So thank you all for watching. And any last questions, Amnon?
No, Tim just saying that thanks for the gift of your story and insights.
What's that? I can't hear you. You're talking
He said,
far.
thank you for the gift of your story and insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for your love, and thank you all for tuning in each week and for everything you're doing. Even if it seems like what you're doing isn't affecting my life, it is. And whatever I'm doing is also affecting yours. So let's just thank each other for everything we're doing and every bit of our awareness, and just love, love, love. So I have so much love for all of you, whether I meet you in person or not. Mwah!
Namaste.
Nothing but love.
Yes. Namaste, everyone.
Yes, namaste. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we look forward to connecting again next week.
You're tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, My Life, My Will with Gisela DiCarlo, The Tanya Love Show, Help Then with Debbie Bruck, Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Triangle Be Well with Howard Jacobson, Lunch and Learn with Rabbi Yisrael Cutler, Lessons of Vietnam with NCVVI members, Parent Dome with Ryan Miller, Current Affairs with Amnon Nissan. And if you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it in the archives section on nissancommunications.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Sponsored by Atomos.com, makers of quality video recorders and converters, CarolinaApparel.com, and DeltaForce.net.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Tanya Love Show, and I'm Tanya Love, and I am so excited to have an opportunity to connect with you all again today. I hope everybody's week has been going fabulous since our last connection, and I would love to offer you the space to write in today and to call in and just share what you noticed if you were actually participating with daily meditation, and if you noticed any shifts or even the slightest thing, like maybe you just felt a little more at ease because you remembered to breathe and connect. So I open up that space for you. The show is for you, so please make use of it and call in and write in. And today I'm going to actually offer a little special for anybody who calls in. So if anybody wants a special on a remote clearing or a remote angel reading or soul coaching session, give us a call. And I would love to hear from you.